Well, hello everybody. Today we're hanging out with Brian Wood, the RVing Illustrated.
Hey guys.
And we're gonna check out Charlotte here. I'm riding with my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV. Okay, let me backtrack a little bit. I won't actually put you through the whole uneventful long drive. I mean, unless you want me to. The drive from Chimney Rock all the way to our campground near Charlotte, which is actually in Fort Mill, South Carolina. And yes, there is a Publix. I mean, it's the little things, guys. And here we are, the Fort Mill KOA. The registration, oddly enough, and the store at this Valero gas station. Let's look for our site here. The campground, it seems decent enough. Our site, in theory, it is a backing site, but since there is no one behind us, they told me I could just pull through. Pretty cool. And pretty level too, actually, very important. Did I mention there is a bar right next to the gas station called John's Place? I mean, sure, let's partake, why not? Nothing like a live rock band and a scotch on the rocks, or two, to brighten your day, or your night. Or just relax after a long day. On the next day, my wife, Illy, had to fly back to Miami. By the way, at the airport, I discovered this park called the CLT Airport Overlook. Look it up. What a great idea! Every airport should have something like this. I mean, I love seeing the planes take off. Wonder where they're headed. Well, at some point during the trip, you have to do laundry. Sometimes, several times. I also hang out at the pool a little bit. And yeah, the camera fell on its side. At around noon, a fellow blogger and YouTuber Brian Wood of the RVing Illustrated shows up.
Stranger alert. What's up?
Hey.
Hey
Brian, how are you?
All right,
welcome
man.
to our humble home.
Hey, it's like MTV Cribs, huh?
Yeah. After chatting a little bit, we go for a ride around Charlotte. Entering North Carolina, here to the left there's an amusement park called Carowinds, which actually straddles the state line, so their slogan is "Where the Carolinas come together." And check out that cell phone tower, pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We are approaching the city from the southeast on Providence Road, also known as North Carolina 16. Seems to be a pretty nice, somewhat ritzy neighborhood. Here, Providence becomes Queens Road. And here, it becomes East Moorhead Street as we approach the Carolinas Medical Center. We approach downtown, and since I first saw it yesterday from the airport, I thought that building, the Duke Energy Center, looks like a large bottle opener. What do you think? We continue on East Moorhead Street. Here's the Bank of America football stadium, home to the Carolina Panthers. There's my bottle opener again. Downtown Charlotte's proper name is actually City Center, and the locals call it Uptown. Here to the left, coming up, is the BB&T Ballpark, home to the Charlotte Knights, a AAA minor league team. The tall building is the Bank of America Corporate Center, tallest building in the city and in the state. Here's the old historic Old Settlers Cemetery as we turn right onto 5th Street. The Performing Arts Center, which encompasses a bunch of theaters. There's the Spectrum Center, home to the NBA Bobcats, as we continue exploring downtown. Here's NASCAR's Hall of Fame, a location originally contested with Atlanta and Daytona Beach. It honors NASCAR's skillful drivers and crews and the owners. History goes that while Daytona Beach was the place to break speed records, stock car racing really began during Prohibition, when drivers souped up their cars to run bootleg whiskey from the Appalachians just north of here. And, well, the rest is history. This sculpture here called the Firebird adorns the entrance of the Museum of Modern Art. Pretty lively downtown, actually. Here we are at what is called Independence Square, on the corner of Trade and Tryon. The intersection is actually the intersection of a Native American trading path and the Great Wagon Road of yesteryears. And it is the heart of Uptown. We continue on Tryon Street, passing by the University of North Carolina, and eventually we end up by the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the home track of NASCAR, the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing. There's also the ZMAX Dragway for drag racing, which is a quarter-mile drag racing strip, part of the whole Speedway complex. As we approach Mooresville, we pass by Dale Earnhardt Inc., the company founded by Dale Earnhardt, considered one of the best drivers of all time, and apparently a legend around here. He is buried at a mausoleum in the back of the property. And here we are at the picturesque downtown Mooresville, known as Race City, USA, because it is home to so many NASCAR teams and drivers. There's an area here just west of downtown Mooresville where all the engine builders and parts stores, suspensions, pretty much everything related to the car racing industry, they're all here. Next, we're gonna go to this very ritzy residential area called The Point, which is a peninsula on Lake Norman, and it is home to many NASCAR drivers and Charlotte bankers, doctors, businessmen, attorneys, the rich and the famous. Home prices, ranging from a few $100,000 to several $1 million for some of the lakefront properties. And you're not gonna believe who has a golf course here. Lake Norman here is the largest man-made lake in North Carolina, created by Cowan's Ford Dam by Duke Energy. It is fed by the Catawba River. For lunch, we go to this place in Mooresville called the Barcelona. This is pretty cool.
It is. Hey, what'd you do?
So this is the Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona. In North Carolina.
Foothills Jade North Carolina IPA. Good beer, good company, and a juicy burger. Getting burgers. Well, I just realized I am almost leaving, and I never showed you this KOA, which is not bad. It's here south of Charleston. It's actually in South Carolina. That's the laundry room over there. And We have these nice cabins. And then on the other side, we have all these campsites. This was mostly empty. And then by the entrance, there's a gas station and there's a Publix. Darn, forgot to put my towing mirrors again. This giant baseball here to the left is actually a water tower. By the way, this here is I-77 South. Next destination, South Carolina's capital, Columbia. But before we do that, Minitini and Kia are filthy. And I've heard that you can sometimes use these truck wash places like a Blue Beacon. I guess the entrance is here through the back. Not the best detailing job I've ever seen, but it'll do. Now, let's go downtown. I'm not even gonna attempt to park here. I just wanna see the State House and whatever else I stumble upon. This building here to the left with the golden domes is a Greek Orthodox church. This one here also to the left, Presbyterian church. And here we are, the South Carolina State House, finished in 1907 after a long hiatus when construction stopped during the Civil War. I need to make a U-turn here at some point. Let me see if I can turn around here at the New Ebenezer Baptist Church. Did you hear that? Yeah, I think I bottomed out. I better check it out. It looks okay, but let me try to park and take another look. Yep, it looks like we are going to make it to Charleston after all. This building to the right is the Supreme Court of South Carolina. Here, to the left, in front of the State House, is the Confederate Soldier Monument. You know, that's the one that had the Confederate flag that got removed back in 2015. Moving right along, let's continue towards Charleston. At the rest area, I reheat some fried chicken that I bought at the Fort Mill Publix. I love Publix fried chicken. Well, coffee machine has espresso. Looks pretty good. Charleston, here I come. This is the final stretch. I arrive, of course, during rush hour traffic. I'm staying at James Island County Park. By the way, James Island is beautiful with all these oak trees. Here we are. Pretty nice, huh? This is where Paul and Lorena of the Motorhome Experiment YouTube channel stayed when they were here, and they sounded impressed with the campground. Let me show you my loop here. Not the easiest task to back in all by myself, but I manage. This is the James Island County Park. I have arrived here. Very close to Charleston, South Carolina. Not the most leveled of sites, but it'll work. Definitely not very level, and I even put all the levelers I had. It looks like it rained last night, as you can see. All week, according to the park host. Check these guys out. I feel like I'm in Florida. Before it gets dark, I want to go to see this famous tree nearby called the Angel Oak. Here it is, through this dirt road. And I believe the park is closed, but we can see it from the outside, right? This is the famous Angel Oak. And let me show it to you just in case I cannot come tomorrow. That is a pretty cool tree, right? And that's all I've got. Good night from James Island County Park. Tomorrow, we'll explore Charleston. If you have enjoyed traveling with us, make sure you are subscribed and check out my other videos. Also, share it with your friends, spread the word, and leave me a comment. Now, if you really liked it, you have a chance to show your support at patreon.com/travelingrobert. As always, thank you so much for watching and see you on the road.